Hello, my word for the day is witch. And there are a couple of things that comes to my mind. What is it? I I remind me of Scarlet Witch and Scarlet Witch, Scarlett Johansson, the actress who played Black Widow in the Marvel DC, and yeah, I mean she's a fine actress. She looks fine. I mean, obviously, Uh, I guess that's a subjective thing, but for me, obviously, I find her you know, hot. Like she is hot, and well, that was Scarlet Witch. I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah, that was a different actress. What was the actress' name who played Scarlet Witch? Wait, I'm messing up actors here. Scarlet Witch was the one who was the opponent of Doctor Strange, and she turned evil at the end, like Wonder Vision. That was it. The other one was Scarlett Johansson was Black Widow, right? It's been a while since I've talked about Marvel, but I think she was Black Widow, and she sacrificed herself. I think in Infinity War or maybe Endgame. And yeah, it's funny I should mention uh, Scarlet Witch. The actress who played Scarlet Witch, uh, I don't remember her real name, but she was in WandaVision, right? Obviously, with they were the same character. But that actually she made a new movie, a rom com, and surprisingly, it got a high level, a high rating on IMDb for that genre, and that was the reason why I was attracted. I was interested in watching it. But the rom coms usually after, yeah, I usually don't watch it, but it's not that funny. They were funny like back in the day. 21 Jump Street was not technically a rom com, but in terms of like pure comedy movies that were just on the edge of the boundary of what is acceptable, what is not. Actually, that was not even a boundary. It like crossed all the norms of what was funny or not, what was acceptable or not, and that is what made it funny. Now we are all in a bubble. We have so many. We have rigid lines, and with the spread of social media and how everyone is connected with one another, anything that steps outside a particular line, boom, cancelled. A career end, never to be never to be risen again. Like it's over. So in that you do lose some of the you do lose a lot of things that made funny. That makes that makes us laugh. I think Matt Rife talks about it, the comedian, that things that we're not supposed to joke about are the things that we are supposed to joke about. And he illustrated the example using one of his audience members who was on a wheelchair, and he started making fun of someone who was on a wheelchair. Like when you see someone in a wheelchair, you think of disabled, you think they're disabled, you pity them, right? And you have all these kind of emotions. But he took it into a more humane level that in spite of the flaws, it's they are just he or she is a human being, and like all other human beings can be made fun of. And he did it, and people were on the edge. Should we laugh? Should we not laugh? But they were actually really good jokes. And then the person in the wheelchair, she said that this is what makes me feel human, and she felt moved that he picked on her because people don't usually pick on her. And so it just made me realize that we're all human beings. We want the connection, and if done with the right intentions and given the right settings, I think it's appropriate to talk about it. But you have to be a master at the craft to talk about it openly, which I'm certainly not. So I'm not even going to try it. But I guess easier said than done. There are levels to this game.